Welcome to Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. I'm Jane Manzuris, and today we're at Hazel and Violet, a letterpress print shop, to learn about this art form. But before we show you around, let's see what's coming up on the show. Learn how to create a home office in a tight space. And we crash a craft room to learn how to make super cool home decor. Plus, a plumber on call 24/7. Meet the company that's there when you need them. All that and more coming up on Arizona Living. We are here at Hazel and Violet, a custom letterpress shop here in Phoenix, and I'm with the owner, Nancy Hill. Nancy, it's so great to be here. What a cute shop you have.
Thanks.
What exactly is Hazel and Violet?
Well, we make mostly wedding invitations. Wedding invitations, business cards, posters, art prints. I do a lot of stationery and people come in and buy it. Coasters, things like that. We have workshops.
So it's a print shop where you can get all of these things
all
done.
All those things.
But letterpress is so unusual. Why did you?
It's old.
Old, yeah, it's old school. Why did you decide to open a letterpress shop?
Well, I just got interested in typography and paper, and my friend and I were going to buy a little tabletop press, which is about this big, but we saw a guy selling his entire shop, so we bought it instead.
And did all the machinery come along with that
shop?
It
was only one machinery, the press in the back, but I've since, apparently it's a disease, and I have now acquired 6 more presses.
That's great. Maybe this disease is contagious because I'm really interested in learning how to do the letterpress. But I think in today's world, it's such a digital age. Why is it important that we still have letterpress?
It's, well, number one, if, the grid goes down, I'll be here printing stuff. So it's just an analog thing that most people really enjoy. I do workshops mostly for designers that work on the computer all day, and they come in here and can touch type and feel it on the paper, and they love it.
These machines, or this machine that you have and this one that you work with, if it breaks down, who do you call?
There's a couple very old people around town who can fix them. But a lot of them, it's just gears and pulleys. So it's really not that hard to figure out what's wrong and get it going again.
Can you fix it?
I can fix several of them,
and is there
not all of them.
You said doing the letterpress and printing was a disease. This is something that you really latched onto and you loved it because you got interested in paper and got interested in type. Why do you love it so much?
I think I'm a process person, and there's a lot of process that goes into this. Setting type, making sure it's all correct, doing proofs. And I like that part. Plus, there's a little space everywhere for everything. And I'm very fond of organization. So those two things really make me love it.
So you're going to come back a little bit later in the show and teach me how to use a letterpress.
We can do it.
In Arizona, the last thing you want is an air conditioning fail. Well, the experts at REEis make sure your AC is running cool by taking a whole house approach.
My name is Jeff Carmichael, and I'm the Vice President of REEis Air Conditioning and Home Performance. We're a home performance contractor, so we're more than just an air conditioning contractor. We look at how your whole house works as a system, rather than just the AC equipment alone. We look at how that interacts with your ductwork, your insulation, your windows and your doors, and your building envelope. Typically 10 to 15-year-old homes or older, that age of a home is when air conditioning units start to fail. It's when your insulation has compressed over time, and the ductwork that was installed 10, 15 plus years ago, it wasn't sized or designed correctly. And now that we know building science and we know how to size and design and install ductwork, homeowners stay much more comfortable in their homes and dramatically decreases their utility bills. The best way for us to help our homeowners and guide them through what they may need to resolve any issues, we come out and do a free evaluation. That way we can see what's going on in the house and then guide the homeowner to the right solution or recommendation. With the free evaluation, we start visually, so a visual inspection of the air conditioning unit. We're going to look at the size of the air conditioning unit, the age of it, and then we can give the homeowner a different direction of what needs to be addressed, whether it's a maintenance or just a tune-up on the air conditioning unit, or maybe a preventable repair to prevent something larger that could go out. We're also going to be taking a look at the filters. We want to make sure that our homeowners are replacing their filters once a month, every month throughout the summer. We're also going to be looking at what type of filter you're currently using and what you may need or our recommendation might be. And while we're there, if you have extra filters and it's currently dirty, we'll replace all the filters for you so you don't need to worry about anything like that. There's a lot of advances in thermostat technology itself and really monitoring how the air conditioning system is scheduled. So we want to analyze the plan that you're on with your utility provider and how the thermostat is following that plan to make sure that we're doing the right thing. There's a lot of different variables to your home outside of just the air conditioning unit that impacts how that air conditioning unit will perform, which directly relates to your utility bill and your comfort inside the house. Looking at the duct system, making sure it's sized and designed properly. A lot of times we make minor modifications to the ductwork itself to maximize the efficiency of the air conditioning unit. Looking at the insulation is another big part. So having adequate insulation means your air conditioning isn't going to have to run as long or as many hours. So looking at the whole house and how it works as a system is key to air conditioning, and that's what makes us different than the rest. The best thing is just to do the free evaluation, have us look at your utility bills, see where we can enhance and improve the efficiency of the home, and then we'll guide you in the direction that you need to go. There's just so much out there to lower that bill and make your home much more comfortable than what it is, and that's what we like to identify, and that's how we improve homes.
Okay, here's a fun fact. The letterpress printing technique was invented by Johann Gutenberg in 1440, and he used it to print copies of the Bible. Here's what's coming up next on Arizona Living. Get ready for a craft room crash that will add a clever touch to your home decor. And our experts break down the differences between hardwood versus engineered wood. It's midnight and a pipe bursts, and you need a plumber now, not tomorrow morning. Well, meet the folks at Roto-Rooter who work 24/7 for their customers.
We're 24/7, so water never sleeps in plumbing problems. So we're always there to address the customer's needs, no matter if they call us at midnight or 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're there to serve them.
9 times out of 10, it's not a good day when you have to call a plumber. However, we are available 24/7. So when you call Roto-Rooter for service, we have local plumbers that live in the area that are familiar with the territory.
We spend a lot of time on training our employees to make sure that, one, that we get there on time to meet our customers' requests and needs, and two is that we're able to do any water flow repairs needed. I think trust is important when looking for a service from a consumer standpoint, knowing that the company that you hired is trustworthy, and also I think it's important knowing that we have the technology to fix any problem, whether it's residential or commercial.
Roto-Rooter can provide the most technically advanced camera and video equipment to do a video inspection of your plumbing.
Yeah, we have a wide variety of services that we offer. We're a one-stop shop, whether it comes from plumbing or water cleanup, disaster restoration, and all those things. So when you call Roto-Rooter, you can trust that all those services that we provide for you will be done in a professional manner. Well, people can help themselves by preventing drain clogs by using the enzyme product that we have. It's called BioRooter, and what that does is maintain your drains and help break down grease in your drains. So this product that we have is biodegradable and all natural, that is not harmful for your family and pets.
Toilets running are predominantly caused by the flapper. The flapper itself, with the hardness of the water that we have, will start to wear, and it'll kind of ripple effect. And when it comes to the seat of the Douglas valve, it doesn't quite get shut. So you'll have a seepage, and that seepage causes a water waste.
With a hot water heater, it's important that you drain it, especially with the water that we have here in Phoenix. So that's another preventative thing that you can do, is draining the hot water heater to reduce the calcium buildup in the bottom of your tank, so your tank life will be extended.
Roto-Rooter absolutely guarantees the work. we stand behind all of the workmanship that we take care of.
I really like the work that we do, leading the team and then motivating and encouraging people, but also the positive feedback we get from our customers. We get that on a daily basis, and I like sending out those attaboys that we get 5-star reviews from our customers. It's important to me.
Do you love the look of wood, but you're not quite sure if you need the real stuff? Well, the experts at AAA Floors can help you decide.
In a solid hardwood, you can see the entire surface thickness of the product is a solid wood. There's no layers attached. In an engineered product, you can see made out of many different layers of wood. So the reason for that is these layers could be different species that fight moisture better than others. So by attaching a more moisture resistant to a product on the top, so it helps absorb and not allowing the moisture to reach the top. Traditionally, more solid floor are being used due to the fact that homes are built on raised foundation, right? There's a subfloor in every home, and there's typically a basement underneath. So the solid floor can be nailed down to a raised foundation subfloor, and it doesn't touch a concrete slab. In today's home, many homes are built on concrete slabs. So with a concrete slab, the floor then touches the concrete where there is moisture. There's always 3.5% of moisture in concrete. So when the moisture touches the wood surface, it can transfer moisture and damage the product. So in today's environment, many homes we install are using engineered floor due to the fact that it is highly stable and we're able to fight the amount of moisture in concrete slabs. The advantage of solid floor is a little bit thicker in wear layers, so it could be resanded a few more extra times compared to an engineered floor. The advantage of engineered floor is the increased stability, the ability to install on top of a concrete floor where it has moisture, and it's minimize shrinkage year-round without having to increase any humidity in the home. They both wear exactly the same. The costs compared from a solid floor to an engineered floor are almost the same. We spend a lot of time in great detail working with the homeowners to create a floor, a texture, whether solid or engineered, to get to a product that they love, enjoy, and perform many, many years.
Stick around, there's more to come on Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Get ready to see double in our craft room crash as a crafty couple of friends teach us how to make wall art that stands out. And need a home office but space is tight? We have some tips to help you carve out that perfect area. In this month's Craft Room Crash, this dynamic DIY duo uses their imagination and the Xyron Creative Station to create pretty home decor. And you can too. This is Craft Room Crash, and I'm in Eagle Mountain, Utah, outside the home of DIYers Midge and Madge. Now, these partners in crafting crime say that two is more fun than one. So let's go crash their craft room and find out what Midge and Madge are making today. Hey, hey! Hey, Jane!
Hi, girls. Hey, do you want to come in and see the craft room?
I do.
We should do it then.
Let's do it.
Whoa! This is where the magic happens.
Here it is.
Oh my gosh. We like to call ourselves an online crafty talk show. So we either review things or make things or just chit chat and tell you some of our favorites, ask what your favorites are.
This room is so organized for a craft room.
The craft room is at my home. Midge just lives about 20 seconds away, just across the street.
Do you actually use this right here?
You know what? Okay, I really would like to learn. We've been friends since we were 5. We started going to scrapbook retreats together.
This is how they check for lice.
Sometimes we're not what people expect, but I think it just puts a unique spin on what we do.
I cannot wait to get to it with you guys. What are we making today?
We are making a seasonal wood plaque with our Xyron Creative Station light. First, we're going to take a design that we have cut out with our die cut machine.
Snip, I love this. Midge and Madge mingle with Jane.
And we're going to run it through the Xyron Creative Station light.
So anything even this small can have adhesive stuck to the back of it.
Oh yeah.
Yes. This is so cool.
I want to stay in the guide, so I just pull it back a little bit like
Of
that.
course I do.
And then we're going to place the design on our wooden plaque.
Place and
I'm
stick.
like, I'm just guessing here.
Yeah, it's okay.
And the thing is that we can move it if we need to.
You ever make a mistake in crafting?
There are no mistakes in crafting. It's just a bonus step. Next, we're going to make some paper flowers. Okay, now we're going to make our foam squares that we're going to use to put the flowers on our plaque. We're going to pull it out of here.
And so one side has repositionable, one side has permanent.
Yes.
The permanent is what's going to stick on the bottom of the flower.
Yes.
And the reposition goes onto the wall.
Very
Jane,
good.
the light bulb
She
moment.
knows.
Okay, now we got to stick them on.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Look at you, she's jumped.
I'm like, she is. Wait.
Oh, that's the one I already stuck on. I got to check this out.
There we go. Jam with Jane.
Isn't that cute?
And anybody can do this.
Thank you so much for having me in your craft room.
You are so welcome, and you need to come back and craft with us again.
Believe me, I will be back. Thank you so much to the dynamic duo, Midge and Madge. Now we all know how to make a customized wood plaque. And that is what Midge and Madge are doing in their craft room. What are you doing in your craft room? I'll see you next time. Bye. Craft Room Crash is brought to you by Xyron. Holds down everything except your imagination. We are back at Hazel and Violet with the owner, Nancy Hill. Now, Nancy, this is just such a cool concept here that we're doing printing off printing presses. And this is one of the printing presses you have here in the shop. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And can you teach me how to do this?
I can.
Okay.
I can.
Because I'm looking at it like, I don't know what to do. Where's the on button?
So this is how we started. We set type. So some of this is wood, some of it's metal type, old lead type. And these are ornaments, wood ornaments. And this is my logo. And so we just put it all together, backwards, of course. And in this case, upside down. And we do what we call locking it in. So we fill it full of wood, which is called furniture, and leading, which is just that. And we lock it up tight. And in this case, we used magnets to hold it still.
And the reason we do that is because we want this to, if it runs through this, it would move around.
It would move around.
So when you're putting this out, literally anything you want to create, because I'm seeing just letters here. Arts is a word I see. And it's all backwards.
All backwards.
Obviously, we're printing it.
Right.
But anything you want to create, this is what you put in the design.
Correct.
What do we do
right.
next now that this is all locked in
So
place?
it's all locked in place. So you have to put your foot on that pedal right down there.
Oh.
And that raises these.
Okay.
Then we're going to slide the paper right in there. So there's a guide here
Yeah.
that holds it. And you can let it go now. And now it's holding it. So now you roll it.
Just like this?
And you're gonna walk all the way to the end.
Do I just roll it?
Just roll it.
Okay.
It does all the work. You can keep rolling it.
Oh
Keep
my
going.
gosh, this is so fun. Look!
When you get all the way to the end, all
Keep going?
the way to the end, now you can pull it out.
Look what I did.
What you did, you're a printer.
Nancy, this is fantastic. People can come in here, take a tour, learn how to use the
Yeah.
printing press?
First and third Fridays, we're always letting people make all kinds of posters. We set them up, they make them.
That's wonderful. Thanks so much for
Sure,
sharing your space
sure,
with us.
sure.
If you want more information or you're intrigued by taking some of the Hazel and Violet workshops, just head to their website. Next on Arizona Living, advice to create office space anywhere in your home. If you need home office space but lack the space, the experts at American Furniture Warehouse have some great ideas.
Create a home office that's uniquely yours where you can work and relax. Your office can help you be productive while getting a break from the daily grind. Find a desk that works for you by choosing the right size and height for your space. Be sure to choose something that fits both your style and space. Cut down on clutter by storing all your office supplies and personal belongings in a bookcase or sideboard with drawers. Use the additional space to organize and catalog all your important items. If you have the space, adding a sofa creates the perfect spot to get away from the computer and relax. Add a coffee table for additional storage and to display some of your favorite pieces. Use an area rug to decorate and cozy up the room. Don't forget to add personal touches with extra storage and decor items that fit your personality. Create an office that inspires and motivates you to do your best work at American Furniture Warehouse.
We want to thank Nancy from Hazel and Violet for sharing her space with us today and showing us how to use a printing press. One last note, Nancy has 3 presses available for hourly rental. The $15 an hour rate includes existing ink, packing, and available wood and metal type. Go to the Hazel and Violet website for more information. I'm Jane Manzuris, and I'll see you next time on Arizona Living, Your Home, Your Inspiration, where we help you create an inspired life.